Hi, I'm Ali and welcome to my channel. Today I have my empties. There's a few like right in the bottom to share with you for January 2025. So empties, if you haven't heard of them before, it is where you keep your empty packets. Mine are all from subscription boxes or ones that I think I've got from subscription boxes where I've used them in the entirety and I can give you a proper review of what I thought of it, whether I would buy it again, things like that. I do actually enjoy watching these videos because it's quite interesting. When you get an item in a subscription box, people will do a first impression, use it once, use it twice, and then the opinion does actually change once you use it. So I find that it's interesting to see how things were at the beginning and how they were at the end. I've got some sample sizes in here, so that doesn't always happen. But in saying that, my Bella box came to an end and I'm running out of samples. So my empties are getting less and less because I'm hitting those full-size products. So let's see what we've got. I'll pull them out in no particular order. This one is the Kind Bod Shower Spell in Zen. So this was like a little shower sprinkle, almost like a shower steamer, but in powder form. So you just sprinkled it in the bottom of your shower. I found it to be not quite as long lasting as when you have a shower steamer, because it takes a while for them to sort of break down, whereas this is just a pile of powder in the bottom of the shower. So I'm not sure whether that was it or whether maybe the fragrance, but look, I did like it, I did use it, but yeah, I wouldn't repurchase that one. So that was the first one. Then we have an Acua Juice Cleanse Super Greens and Adaptogens Shampoo. This was actually really nice. Energizing shampoo for stressed hair. It's got ashwagandha, spirulina, kale, and spinach. It was only 30 mils, so it was a nice little one. But I did actually like this. It was had a nice smell to it, and I've got really long curly hair, so I do like to switch up my shampoos and conditioners, but it was a good one. So I did actually like that. And the Acua brand have lots of really cool stuff. Now this one, this is one that I have lots of and I like everything I've used. It's an Antipodes Credo, which is a probiotic ferment revitalized serum. It was hyaluronic acid, kombucha, and bakuchiol, maybe that's what it is. But this one was, see the colour of it, was a serum, but it was a really different sort of texture and colour, and it had a nice little, see how it's got little shapes, it sort of goes down like that. That actually meant that I got everything out of the bottle, and even when I tipped it upside down to shake it, I got everything out. So I know they're not cheap, but this Antipodes brand, everything that I've tried from them, I've really, really liked. So I know that once I get to the end of all the stuff I've got, this is kind of one of the brands that I'm going to look for. I know it's a New Zealand brand. When I went to New Zealand last year, there were some samples of some of the, I think they were the moisturising day creams, because it was winter time, so it was cold. So we had the moisturising day cream, sort of the samples in our hotel room, and it was such a lovely touch. So yeah, I did enjoy that one. Then we have another little one. This is a Strivectin. It is an anti-wrinkle intensive eye concentrate for wrinkles, and this one, it was a little tiny cream, but it was really good. So a good travel size as well, but eye cream in these little bottles last ages anyway, right? So it was a great one to have, and it just had a little dropper. Let me drop the glasses so I can get that. So a little bit on the end like that. So it didn't kind of squirt out. You didn't get heaps. You could get just a little bit that you wanted to go around your eyes. So I did like that one. Then we have a toothpaste. Now I've got a couple of things to show you here, because this toothpaste is actually in a metal tube. So what I did, because it's Antipodes again. So they obviously are very, like, as you can tell with the glass bottles, they are also looking after the environment as well. So, sorry, not toothpaste. It was a hand cream, a hand and body cream. But what I wanted to show you is, because I've had these on my toothpaste. So see this little fancy little gadget here. It's a little metal clip, looks a bit like a paper clip, But what you do is you slide the end of your metal cream in, and then as it rolls up, see how it squeezes absolutely everything out of the tube. And this is what we used to use on our toothpaste, but this one, it's hand and body cream, but it's the first time I've had a metal tube, because the plastic ones don't do it. They don't fit, they keep springing out. But, so I've been using that. So that's now going to go back in my cupboard for the next time I get a nice tube that I can use that with. Oh, I have actually cracked it, so bits coming out. But this one was amazing. This was really, really moisturizing. Now, does it say on here, does it say a fragrance? No, it just says Delight hand and body cream, but I did use it on my body because I have got lots of hand creams. But it was really, really nice. So that was a great one, and I left my little thingy in there so I could show you. So there was that one. Then I've got a few little ones left. We have a Weleda, and you know, I talk about Weleda all the time when I get them because I do like them. This was a little sample. It was a 24-hour hydrating facial cream, and I reckon I've had this in the big one. But this was a nice little one. It was great to use, gives you a few uses out of it, really good for travel. Then we have an Avene sun cream. So this is a 50+ face and body. You know, I don't go out in the sun much these days, but I do go out for coffee once a week. We go and sit in the sun. So I am, going through my sun creams, but there again, they're great big ones I have. So, but I use that one up. And the last one, this is a Trilogy product. And I reckon I may have had this before, either that or I've had the same brand. It was the Trilogy Microbiome Complexion Renew Serum. And this was the same. It had a cute little dropper. As you can see, there's a tiny little dropper. So there weren't many uses in here, but I think it's my age, because I'm discovering that almost all serums are really good on my face, and I really notice when I've been using them. And I've got one that I'm starting to use now, which I think is going to take me quite a while to get through. And I know it was like $100 a bottle. It came in a Bella box as opt-in, and I'd been sort of putting it aside because I was using up some of these other great serums that I had, but I've started using that one, and it's really light, so it'll be interesting to see how I go, because now my face is 50, I'm needing to use all these. So definitely. So what have we got? There's 2, 4, 6, 8 products. So not a huge amount this month, but I do want to talk to you each month about what I've got, only because I'm thinking if I leave it 2 or 3 months, I may not remember exactly what I thought of it. But there was nothing really stand out this month apart from, you know, the Antipodes brand. Everything I like. So although it wasn't changed my life, it was definitely a good one, and I know that I can rely on those products. So I really do enjoy them. The little shower dust thingy, this one, what did they call it? A shower sprinkle? No, what was it? A shower spell, that's what it was, this one. Look, it was okay, but I really think they need to be in the shower steamer form. I can see what they've tried to do. They've tried to turn it into like we have the bath dust and things like that, but in the shower, it just doesn't last because it washes down the plug hole. So that's what I've got to share with you. Look, I hope you've been having a great start to the year, a great January. Kids are all going back to school. We're all getting back into routine again. So until next time, I hope you're having a great day. Take care, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.